Like, when you want to visit the city, you will visit it anyway. Well, when you want to do missions, you want them like to do that one after another. Why not make it easier for players? It could be even like additional option that you could launch after or whenever you wanted. Like, I'm not sure about the additional options, because more options are making players more confused. It's always good to like make it as easy as it can be without so much configuration for most of players. But people want to play it, don't want to lie low. Think about what settings they have to check. Like sometimes even like me, when I launch a game like XCOM, I'm like reading all the things and I just want to play a game. There are moments like that. But then after you play it for some time, you actually might want to do some changes. So, yeah, it's not easy. A struggle for existence. Rescue Darwin before it's too late. Unique materials. Dinosaur. No.
The unspeakable has happened. A policeman arrested Mr. Darwin and carried him away as if he were nothing but a common criminal. That policeman, he is corrupt to the bones, I'm sure of it. I do so fear for Mr. Darwin's safety.
Miss Nightingale, do you know where they might have gone?
The policeman, he did mention a funeral. I believe I know where it is. Follow me. Poor Mr. Darwin
Okay, but
has
can
been
we
through so
run?
much recently. Those people are trying to discredit a lifetime of work. It's disgraceful. And I fear Mr. Darwin is no longer the fit young man who once traveled the world. Here we are. The obsequies are taking place.
The funny thing is actually when you go like this,
Go on.
it's
I will be waiting
slower
here.
than when you go hidden. In running, I think it's more like the same, so there's no reason to not hide.
What's all this then? We are the Lords.
I don't like the looks of her. Loony bin.
He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth
she
and
up
believeth
to?
in me shall never die. I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day.
You asked for it, miss. I'm coming.
This area is restricted.
That's quite enough of that, miss. Hello. What's she up to? That's making that racket. I'd better see. Stay there, little lady. I'll deal with you. I'd better investigate that noise.
Quiet and I won't
Oi,
hurt
what are you doing? Is this honestly what it feels like when I arrest someone? What do you want from me?
I need you to be honest with a friend of mine.
Oh, you're a brash one, aren't you?
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
So we kind of stuck. I haven't thought about this, just like Bilbo haven't thought about putting the dwarves in the bars and forgetting about putting himself in. Well, but yeah, this is the same kind of mistakes. Maybe.
Surrender!
Yeah.
I need immediate assistance!
She's in my sights! Your legs.
I even don't remember which one is that. Wow, was nice. Yeah, we don't have to kill him.
Oh! Police!
Calmly.
Is this a retry then? Locate corrupted policeman. Means like we're doing the same thing. Maybe.
Come on,
Yeah.
slowly.
There's a suspicious-looking woman. For none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself. For whether we live unto the Lord, and whether we die unto the Lord. Whether we live, therefore, or die, we are the Lord's.
Okay, the question is, haven't we killed one? Might be the reason we're not seeing.
Resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though
None of you are looking. Is there a restart? Okay, let's see encyclopedia locations. Westminster. Horse Guards. The Horse Guards is the official headquarters of the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment, the squadron that makes up the life guard of the monarchy. This site used to be the tilty yard of the Palace of Westminster in the 16th and 17th centuries. The Tudor dynasty held extravagant jousting tournaments on this site that were reportedly attended by thousands of spectators. The tilty yard was also used for fireworks and beer baiting matches. Not simultaneously. The first building on the site was constructed in 1641 after the don't believe it, I said. After the tilty yard was closed for what historians have called some serious disturbance. Don't ask. The first horse guard was built in 1665 and torn down in 1749. After the building deteriorated to such a degree that soldiers and horses were in near constant danger of being crushed by falling debris. I think I've used those buildings. Constructions on the Horse Guards seen today began in 1750, and the Queen's Household Cavalry moved into the building 5 years later. In the ensuing years, 2 areas of the Horse Guards gained a reputation for the, shall we say, military activities that took place there. The first was a cockfighting pit and cover in the basement. The second was a public coffee house that attracted prostitutes. You know how they adore lettuce. Police often arrived on the scene to settle disputes and disorder, only to be turned away by the militia. The coffee house finally closed in 1850. But that doesn't answer us. Where is the corrupt policeman? Restart. Roll from last checkpoint there, I saw it.
We'll wait here.
And mine eye shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me.
Let's go for a stroll.
Oi, what are you doing? There's no need for such brutality. What do you want from me?
I need you to be honest with a friend of mine.
Oh, you're a brash
This
one,
is how
aren't
you do it.
Oh, you're a brash one, aren't you?
Oh, come on,
Desperate
drunk.
times call for desperate measures. Atta girl. Come on, Harvey. Here now.
carrying out my orders.
There you are. Easy, girl. Hup.
Now, sir, tell us where you have taken Mr. Darwin.
A man paid me to bring him to his secret base.
We will need transportation.
Can I drive? Yeah, thank you.
Faster! Atta girl. Come on! Come on! Easy.
Let us find Mr. Darwin, shall we?
With all due respect, I think.
Shall we? He's very
Oh.
weak. We shouldn't move Mr. Darwin until I have seen to his wounds.
They're here! Attack!
Mr. Darwin's condition is stable. We may move him now.
Pick up Darwin. Okay, there is still one person over there, so let's. There's like, yeah, this one. Now we can pick him. We're gonna be safe right now. How did he fall from the bed? Nightingale? Why have you done that? Why?
Please look after him, Miss Nightingale. My brother and I will visit soon.
Okay, he's there. Again, magically appeared.
Well, look who's here.
We were very worried about you, sir.
We're looking spry for a fossil, sir? A man's friends are the best measure of his worth. I'm proud to count you among mine.
The danger's past us. No need to leave, sir.
What Mr. Darwin needs now is rest. To that end, he is joining his family on the Isle of Wight.
Rest, indeed. I shall start work on my next book.
I must insist that you recuperate quietly, sir.
The acquisition of knowledge is in itself sufficiently recuperative. Go, tell her.
This is one fight I am to avoid, sir.
Thank you for everything, my friends. Ideas, like people, can only thrive when they're free.
I think this is all for Darwin. Sounded like dinosaur towel material. Unique material. Encyclopedia. Locations. Westminster. Forest Guards. Yeah, we read this. Probably because we are started. It's kinda confused. Okay, so here's like everything. Maybe there's some money here.
Seems a letter has come for Jacob.
Gives you an undeniable air of joie de vivre.
Okay, so right now, two things left. The silver one and this one. A good shot. So Dulab's seeing memories. Kinda don't remember the person. Or I don't remember the name, probably. This will be similar. Familiar. This tree is nice, eh? So many reason I like them both. They look like small ones. Okay, remind me who you are. Ah, Henry Green asked Jacob and David to meet him in the garden. Okay, I've left the place. I've left the place, guys. Henry Green asks Job and Abby to meet him at garden party held at Buckingham Palace Gardens. When the assassin arrived at the party, Henry and Dulab Singh, the last of the Indian Maharajas, argue about the lack of commitment of Dulab to the people of India. Okay, this is another DLC then. The last Maharaja is a DLC name.
Your attempts to influence Parliament for the Indian cause have failed. You must do more.
I will not jeopardize my relationship with Queen and country to satisfy your crusade.
Your Highness, you belong to India, not here acting the part of a noble foreigner.
I have wasted enough time indulging in this
If your
nonsense.
mother could see you now, the last Maharaja of Punjab, basking inside his golden cage.
How dare you?
I always recommend bringing someone's mother into the argument.
If he doesn't help his people, he will regret it forever.
How may we help?
Will you talk to him? He won't listen to me.
We'll do our best.
So because of the mission we can be here. That's unusual.
Your Highness, you have guests.
I suppose Mr. Green sent you.
Bringing up your mother was...
Impolite, and he was wrong to do so. We'd like to rectify the situation.
Then humor me, and join me in a shooting game. None of these people have any sense of enjoyment, and I am bored to death.
A shooting game? Seeing you haven't changed at all.
Ellsworth? My word! How good it is to see you! The mother country has treated you well. Jacob and Evie Fry, this is Brinley Ellsworth, a friend from a past life.
You've made new friends, I see.
What brings you to this part of the Empire?
Ah, company business, unfortunately. But I could not resist the chance of seeing you again. It's been far too long. I've heard nobody throws a party better than my dearest friend. I'm eager to see if your reputation overseas holds any truth.
My servant Thomas will be scoring the game.
Acquire the most amount of points by shooting the bottles in front of you. Each bottle is worth 1 point. You have 30 seconds. May the best shot win.
Okay.
Start the timer. Perfect score. 9 points.
Come, Thomas. This isn't enough of a challenge. Let's shorten the timer.
Round 2 will now commence. Try and do as well if
I hope
not
I have
better
a
within
reloaded gun.
20-second time limit. Timer at the ready. Begin! A perfect score!
I do believe you are equally matched with this one, Sing.
Your turn, Your Highness.
Come, let us see if you are better with a gun than you were with a slingshot.
Allow me.
Impressive. I am in awe, Sing. What they say of you is true.
What on earth?
Sir, I believe I heard a second shot.
He's right. That sounded like a second gunshot. Strange.
Let me see what I can find out.
I'm sure it wasn't anything serious. Don't bother.
Wow. Investigation. What's this? Somebody wanted to shoot him. Okay, Thomas.
I've been doing this a long time. I know the difference between 1 shot and 2. There were most definitely 2 shots.
Really?
A second shot? I didn't hear anything. There was no one else. Who would shoot a gun at a party?
You. Shots?
Are you suggesting this is a serious matter? It was most likely just an echo. Leave it be now.
The barrel is hot. Shooter footprints or doors. Woman? Man, let's go first and ask a woman. Handgun.
I saw the man in front of me with a gun. I just assumed it was part of the decor. You know how royalty likes to socialize.
And if he says I saw a woman with a gun, it's gonna be weird. Handgun.
What are you on about? Guns are prohibited in the gardens.
Hidden gun.
prince is causing problems. He deserves to be silenced.
Kill him!
You two.
I'll break you in half! Should have spent a bullet. Chuck the life out of you! Say what you want from me. I'll do anything. Just please let me live. I beg you.
A clothing patch of the British India Company, BIC, in his pocket, a
The
temple.
Templar seal. What are they up to now?
You're still here?
Oh, I am.
About that second shot.
It was nothing, Miss Fry. Now, I must return to the party.
Yes, do fill me in on your life here. It's been far too long.
Of course. Apologies, Your Highness.
Why they ignoring me? Why?
Henry will want to hear of this.
Any progress?
We've got a problem. We aren't the only ones seeking him out.
Don't tell me the British Indies company is harassing him again. They can't afford it.
Worse, they're not acting alone. And Mr. Singh wants to be left out of it.
The Templars? It can't be.
We have to convince him to act quickly, or he'll be in deeper waters than he already is.
Meet me back at my old shop. I might know something that can help.
Achieve the best score, okay. I thought it was essential to win it. Database, encyclopedia. People, nice. We'll have seen. I'm not sure if we read it, so yeah, let's do a quick recall. The youngest son of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Dulip, became the last Maharaja of the Sikh Empire at the age of 5. When I was 5, I could barely tie my shoelaces, but it was for the worst of reasons. After 4 of his procedures were assassinated, just not by, assassins. His mother, the Maharaji Jean Kaur, briefly ruled as regent, but after the First Anglo-Sikh War, she was imprisoned. Dulip would not see his mother again for over 13 years. In April of 1849, Dulip Singh, aged 10, was placed in the care of Dr. John Login, who did not invent logins. And at age 15 he was exiled to Britain. It was in England that he was befriended by Queen Victoria, who went on to become the godmother to several of Dulip's children. Dulip never forgot his real mother, and in 1856 he attempted to contact her. His correspondence and emissaries were intercepted by the British in India. However, he persisted and with help from Login was allowed to meet her in January of 1861. The Maharani was deemed no longer a threat to the British interest in India and allowed to return with Dulip to the United Kingdom. In the 2 years before she died, she taught her son about his Sikh heritage. Dulip would spend the rest of his life attempting to return there. Okay, so where is the mission with you? Here. We're gonna finish those storyline first, then we go back to the Darwin and Dickens. And then we'll see. We're still gonna have time. There's still like 2.5 hours of playing, probably. So we shall manage to do a lot of things.